Yes, people, welcome back to, at least there's someone on trial to a Rivals Court show, you know? At least there's one. Actually, you know what? He's typically there, pretty much there every week these days.
You just started?
Yeah. We just started. I just thought, you know, it's not much stream. It's not much of a court session if there's no one really to put on trial. Do you know what I'm saying for today? So at least
I say we put the Premier League on trial, man.
Nah, just because it's not going your way.
I'm not talking about decisions. I'm talking about football.
You should put Chelsea on trial as a football club. That's who should go on trial.
100%, bro. We're Premier League, bro. We're on top, mate. Get me?
Yeah, Arsenal 6 points. You 6 clear now.
7 points.
7 points. Let me check this. Is that of City though?
Yeah.
I swear that's what you care about. So 6 points of Villa, 7 points of City for now. So yeah, man. Let me quickly say. By the way, before we talk about Arsenal, the second half especially, the first half, you know what, shit, to say the least, which doesn't really matter because you won. Let's put it like this. On Tuesday, so anyone watching this back, we're going to do NAF's Got Talent. So if anyone wants to be featured on potential shows like this one or other ones, you know, if you want to feature on reactions for that, and you don't have to go through the membership kind of thing because we're going to alter a couple little bits and bobs, hey, you can come on. All you got to do, me and Mons are going to have one part of the screen each. Yeah. There's going to be a bunch of people in the middle. And long story short, you're going to tell me who you support, why you support them. And I'm going to ask you 5 basic questions about your club. If you can't answer them, you're going to get the hot Britain's Got Talent X buzzer and you're out. Simple as that. But nothing personal. You can just tell if you're...
Wait, what does the winner get?
To come on Never a Foul.
Can I apply?
Well, actually, if you get X, that means you're not coming on ever again.
Perfect. I could do it Saturday nights off, man.
I'm gonna do it after your game. Because there's nothing.
Oh crap! I'm playing on Tuesday, man.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's just we get to see if there's people out there that got cameras and stuff and that want to feature, just not getting a call up anywhere. So it'll be a good laugh. It'll be like Bournemouth defense. You know what I'm saying? What do you say?
Oh, you could get I've heard this guy called Deji. You could get him on.
Nah, we might get. You know what? We might have to get a special guest judge.
Phil Simon Cowell come. Go get like a Lee Gunner or something.
Nah, he's gonna judge them if they got good looking babes or something like that. I ain't got time for all of that shit. Big up 3-star Reds for gifted the one Never a Foul membership, man. Big up yourself. But yeah, man. When you not use, what's your New Year saying? I feel like I ain't talked to you like in ages, but I've been ill, so probably only been about 5 days.
Bro, we literally streamed like 3 days ago.
Exactly. That's a long time. That's a long time in the streaming industry, man.
Do you know what's messed me around? I thought like the days of the week. I don't know what the day of the week is at the moment. You know what I'm saying? It was like New Year's. I thought was Saturday.
Yeah, no, I thought after New Year's it was Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's random.
I thought it was Tuesday. I thought was it my gym was like opening again on the 2nd, and I was like, oh, I'm going gym on Tuesday, and I realized I think it was Friday, wasn't it? No,
you know what I realized? Friday, yeah. This is what Specs must feel like every day, man. He just wakes up after his long naps. He's like, fucking Tuesday.
He's too fried.
I wish, bro. No, big up, man. Get me. Big up New Year's Specs. And that. Yo,
I've heard Eddie Howe's linked to Chelsea, bro.
Nah.
Oh yeah. No, but you can't take teams.
They're getting the Strasbourg manager. That's what's it doesn't matter.
Matisse.
They're getting the Strasbourg manager. That's what they're getting. Do you get what I'm saying? They're getting the light skin Graham Potter. That's what he's going to be called. Do you get what I'm saying?
They get Matisse.
Machine is cool, man. You get me? Like what? Look, Chelsea are far from. Chelsea are far from what they used to do. Like whether people like it or not, the ownership's going for youngsters, and they're not going for the elite so-called managers, whatever. You get me? Messina, like we'll have to see in it, bro. I think he's done all right, bro. You get me? In the lower
secretly, if they took Eddie Howe, would you be secretly happy?
Wow, you're thinking about it.
Oh, he's thinking about what happened to British man? What happened to EDL and all this stuff, man?
EDL. No, I'm always in for. No, I'm just saying, innit? Like, because Eddie Howe said something in the press conference that kind of pissed me off still. Do you know what I'm saying?
Elaborate, bro. What did he say?
Yeah. No, because you know how I can't speak for all our fans, but you know when we ask for a plan B, or if you feel like you're coming under the cosh, you don't change it up. Like the Burnley game, yeah, we won 3-1, but fuck me, that's the worst I've seen. So when finally, which I've been asking for months, not to crash it on Eddie, but a journal to have the guts to ask what the fans asked. Eddie Howe didn't like it, bro. I saw a different Eddie Howe. He had like a nonchalant smile and he said, "Yo, what? Did you watch the game? To the journal? Did you not see the stats? He wasn't under the cosh. Like he didn't like that question." And he said, "No, a plan B is dangerous at times. I'm gonna stick to our principles, 4-3-3, and that's it." So now that he actually answered the question, he will never change it. That's his principle, and that's it. So that kind of pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But it could be worse.
You don't want him to go because he can't play 2 games a week. You want him to go because you know you're doing a press conference.
What do you mean? No, don't try to twist it, brother. I don't want Eddie Howe to go. Listen, brother. I'm trying to stay up. You know what? I'm a bit tired here, so you might catch me out on certain few things, Wolfie. You get me? No, don't spin it. It's not
don't worry. We got questions. We're gonna have to have questions for Wolfie.
But wait, Cass, it could be worse though. Cass, it could be worse because Forest.
Go ahead.
I'll be real. I didn't really pay attention to them, but I didn't know it was that bad for you, Wolfie, right now.
Bro, I won 3-0 today, man. My manager slapped West Ham up. I'm good, man. I don't need my team to win games. I need my ex-manager not to.
You got him on Tuesday. That's a big game, by the way. But go on, Cass.
Big game. He owes me 3 points for his.
Let's talk about the more relevant club that won today. He's in a title race. Arsenal, man. I mean, you not play. You know what, man? I'm not gonna really call it a game of 2 hours like that, but you know what? Yeah, I find when smaller clubs anyway, they play well in the first half, but don't get the better. Like they don't go 2-0 up against these Arsenals or Cities or whatever. You just know it's wasted, isn't it? You could just feel it. Second half, Arsenal away from home, where you've been criticised, I'd say. I'd say that Arteta changed a couple things as well, blah, 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 blah. I think it was too slow in the first half. For you lot, for your standard, keep giving away the ball was just dumb. Erdegaard taking way too many touches. You know what I mean? Other than that, bro, they didn't take their chances, innit? For me, I just didn't find that there was enough bite to go behind Gabriel and Saliba, whether it's via either gifting them a goal or towards the end. Let's be real, just that was a banger, innit? That was a Krupi, whatever his name is. That's
a super talent.
It was a good goal, man. But you lot are 7 points clear. You lot are definitely begging for Chelsea.
Man City got
coach. They got Chelsea, innit?
Oh.
The thing with Chelsea is they have a knack of turning up against the bigger teams and sort of crumbling against little teams. So
true.
Hopefully they got something for us tomorrow, man. But
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't even care what Chelsea or City do. I just don't. We have to focus on the things like this Bournemouth team beat us last season home and away. Not that we drew with them, we lost to them home and away last season. This Bournemouth team. So
it's not only just the Bournemouth team, bro. It's the
there's a lot. Yeah, Fulham, West Ham. Like these are the games. These were the games. These were the games. Villa. These were the games that did us in last season. And I've looked back at those games, and I'm looking at those games this season, and we're winning those games now. What I like about this Arsenal team currently is that we have answers to every question. We can play in different ways. This Arsenal team can play in transition. We can play in counterattacks. We can play in the low block. Again, I think people are overly expecting us to play a particular way. We played against Aston Villa week in, week out and perform at that level. If we do that, we have 9 games in January. The players will burn out and you risk injury. If you are 3-1 up, take it easy, chill, relax. And again, because you know you're good defensively, it has to take a worldie like that kind of banger for them to score against you. They didn't cut through us and score that goal. The first goal, we literally gifted it to them. So literally, I can say, if we're a team that knows how to defend, lean on your strength. And, I'm happy that we can play in different ways against different teams. That makes me glad, because if we just decide, we're just going to play only our own way. Bournemouth, I think up until today, in this first half of the season, have the highest turnover in the league right now. So we knew that
they hadn't won a game in 10 or something like that before today.
Yeah, no, they haven't won, but they've had the highest turnover though in the game, like getting the ball, winning second balls, winning first ball, literally like in the league this season. And we knew that going up against them. Yeah, They've not been winning games.
Well, that's such a random stat that no one's ever mentioned.
Apparently, they've only lost to Everton this season at home.
Yeah, and they haven't lost at home as well. Their home form has been good. Like when I mean good, like they haven't, they've not been losing at home.
They've drawn every game, man.
But pretty again, but they've made it difficult. If we drew today, you know how bad that would be for us, dropping 2 points.
But they have been cooking a result up as well, to be fair.
Yeah,
they drew against Chelsea, drew against United.
Brighton are a very decent team, and if you be honest, this is the sort of game like the brother in the corner saying last season they go 1-0 up from that Gabriel mistake. We don't win that game, so you have to give credit to the team.
I give them credit, man. They played very well.
They're very different from last season, man. So
yeah. They played very well. One made it difficult for us. Let's call a spade a spade. Their press was very good, but the one thing I was assured of was this Arsenal team will adapt. That's what I love. And then when we made the changes and you're taking out Noni Madueke, who I thought was on fire today. I thought Noni played very, very well today. I mean, he put in the balls, he dribbled as he took on his man. Defensively, maybe a little not, but offensively, he offered something. But when you take out Noni Madueke, Victor Gyökeres, and Martinelli, and bring in Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and Leandro Trossard, that says a lot coming off your bench. Like that for me that made me feel a little more comfortable about who we're playing. It's like now you have a different type of question against their defense. The defense has to answer new answers. You were up against Noni, now you're up against Saka. You were up against Martinelli, now you're up against Trossard. You're playing against Gyökeres, who was holding back your center backs. Now you're playing Gabriel Jesus that likes to drop deep and collect the ball. Are your center backs going to follow him into the midfield? It's a different question we're asking them, So that makes me very happy that we can actually change and be dynamic that way. So we'll see.
Sure.
7 points player is good, but it's not enough. It's not enough. I don't think it's enough because that's just 2 games, and we see how the Premier League is. 5 weeks ago, Arsenal are going to win the league because they don't concede goals against them. 4 weeks after, it's Chelsea draw to Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea are in the race. A game or 2 will change.
I've got a question after Specs.
Yeah, go on, Specs. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sir. No, big up, brother. I ain't seen him before on the panel. Big up to you. Big up to everyone else on it. What I was saying, because you just touched on it. Before the season started, I'm gonna ask both the Arsenal man them here and everyone else as well. Importantly, the Arsenal guy. I remember in the summer coming on this channel and various other channels, but mainly this channel, obviously, because I'm on it quite often. And I remember I was back in Madueke and people kept on mocking him, laughing at him. And because I was one of the guys that's like, am I going crazy? Why does everyone rare with this Madueke business? You get me? Almost destroying him before he started. So was both you Arsenal man then, was you two one of the guys as well that was like, hell no, I don't want this Madueke guy? And if he was, what do you think of him? Of his performances this season, because I think he's doing. I think he looks decent, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Don't forget they have the petitions.
Some Arsenal fans. If you ask me, I was never. In fact, people said 52 million was too much or whatever we paid, and I said no. I said that's the market price.
Elanga, bro.
Yeah, I said Elanga exactly. You know what? It's crazy. That was
sorry again, Specs.
I can't relate. By the way, we got Mbumo for 60.
Yeah, that was my comparison. And I said to them, Noni Madueke is a Premier League player that has some level of Premier League experience coming from a big club. I think what most Arsenal fans didn't like, I was okay with Noni coming in as backup for Saka. I'll be honest with you. The narrative I was dispelling then was people said Noni would play our left wing. And I said, nah, if they do that, I don't want him. But if he's coming in as a backup to push Saka, because he is good enough to put Saka on the bench.
He's doing more than Saka right now, though. Don't you think? So far, is he doing more, bro? Me personally,
is he doing more? Well,
he's been better than Saka this season.
If you say, wait, hold on,
you're not doing too much, bro.
Again, he's not better than Saka this season.
I dare. Let me his levels, yeah. Not to disrespect Saka, yeah, but Noni's best is Saka playing mid. Let's be real, yeah. Here's the difference. Saka comes on and immediately gets what you need to win the game.
Yeah, but did Noni get an assist? No, didn't actually. Never mind.
No, he didn't. I'm just saying in it, not to try to brush a man off, but let's be honest with ourselves. Yeah, this is where we do too much. But
no, obviously Saka's the better player.
Performances are great, yeah, but when it matters, who's showing up when you're coming?
I think people are looking at eye test
the game. Because
people are looking at eye test. That's the problem. You're looking at eye test. You're looking at Noni dribbling past a couple of people. Noni's played 11 games this season for Arsenal, and he has 0 goals, 0 assists.
I mean,
again, yeah, 0 goals.
He's contributed those.
What?
He's up to.
No, he's contributed in the Premier League. I'm saying
he hasn't got a goal or an assist in the league this season.
In the Premier League. In other things, you can look at the Carabao Cup. You can look at all of that
Champions
stuff.
League.
In the Premier League,
I know he's got to get his Bayern. I remember that.
That's what I'm saying. In the Premier League, I'm being specific about. I'm saying in the Premier League, 11 games. Of course,
he's saying he's just a docu.
You saying all competitions is different, but Saka has contributed already.
Docu actually does it.
Saka hasn't had his best season this season.
Yeah, and Saka's not had his best season, and he's already contributed in the Premier League.
It looks good because
Saka's done 4 goals, 3 assists already in 18 games, even though he's not at his best.
Yeah, I suppose if you watch Madueke often enough, you know the guy is a talented footballer, but his end product is a bit woeful at the moment. So
he'll get better. The end product will get better.
What's your biggest takeaway from today? Because I think it was more the second half tweak for me. Because you couldn't get into the game. Like Erdegaard dropping deeper, Zubimendi's like you can go out wide, and he pushed Declan Rice forward. So that ultimately you're getting more control against Bournemouth, just playing through your lines or getting the ball back as quickly as possible in your own half, by the way. I thought that was the biggest takeaway from the game, because if you didn't get control, you lot will find it very difficult to create any sort of chances. Yeah, you know, Martinelli goes to show that Martinelli is just crap. You're better as an impact. You're an impact sub at best, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
he had no effect.
It's funny. It's funny how Martinelli is performing in the Premier League badly, but every Champions League game he plays for us, he performs really well and scores. He scored in every Champions League game that we played in, and it's crazy that he can't translate that form to the Premier League. It's weird to me, because we play him in the Champions League, either coming off the bench or starting the game, he scores a goal, he assists, he's in the game, he's playing very well. Then he plays in the Premier League and he just looks like dog shit. And that's just the weird thing.
He's just afforded a lot more space in the Champions League. Teams are a lot more confident.
I don't know what it is. It's just the weird thing that, because you see him in the Premier League and he looks really bad, really bad. But then you see him in the Champions League on a Tuesday, and you're like, hold on, are you feeding this guy something different? Like, or what's the problem? Like, you know, why are you playing that well against other teams like from Europe, but in the Premier League you just can't perform? I still don't know what it is, but I'm grateful that at least he's performing somewhere.
I think in the Champions League the players are not as athletic as they are in the Premier League. 1, 2, he doesn't get as much space to run into. When Martinelli has no space, he's basically he's a minus player. Basically, he just goes onto the wing and taps with his 2 feet, and then he just turns back.
In the Premier League, he's been bad though. But I mean, in other tournaments, he's been useful. So again, I'm happy that we have tools like that. Like in Carabao Cup, so what he did against Crystal Palace, he was a menace against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup.
Even I was a left back. I'd never played left back before, so I think there's always, you have to look at Martinelli with a pinch of salt, bro. In the Premier League, where the best players and the most athletic players play, you can't cut it, bro. He's just.
I agree. I agree. I'm just saying. But he's part of a squad that is in.
I know,
that we're in 4 tournaments right now, and again in some of the other tournaments, he's performing in those ones. So I'm happy with him there to be part of the squad.
In the Champions League, he's fine. Absolutely, all right. But I think for a squad player, I'm okay with him. I think maybe we shouldn't start with him in the Premier League, because he just doesn't offer a lot.
Yeah, I think the reason he started today, again, remember there's 9 games to play this January. You have to rotate players. You can't put Leandro Trossard to play online because it's just Premier. Like, it's going to become hectic. So again, letting Leandro rest, Leo rest, playing Martinelli, even as bad as he was, it was a case of just stay in gear 2, finish the game, get 3 points, and let's leave. This Bournemouth game for me was a get the 3 points, because last season we dropped points to them. The Villa game for me was get your lick back from Villa. Yeah. Like, and then the Liverpool game for me is get your lick back. Literally, those 2 games for me is get your lick back.
Why is he not playing Eze? Like, why is he trusting Martinelli over Eze?
Where is Eze?
I think he's trusting Odegaard over Eze.
Oh?
I think he's trusting Odegaard over Eze, and the last 2 games, Odegaard was very, very good. In fact, he was excellent. Today, I think it showed the sort of the good and the bad of Odegaard, man. Sometimes he holds on to the ball too much. He likes to drop too deep.
But you have to against the Bournemouth, though. Against the Bournemouth,
I'm giving him his credit as well, bro. Don't worry. That's it. The passes that he were making for the goals is what you can get with Odegaard when he's on it. But I don't know. I think maybe today the game, and the team we were playing against, maybe Eze wouldn't have been a correct player for this game. And I feel like
he hasn't played the last 4 though.
Yeah, but I think Martin.
No,
he's just been. He hasn't played a minute in the last 4 league games. I think
that's all right, man. Football's a squad game, bro.
That's why you have a big squad.
Yeah,
like, it's a squad game, so you should bring him on the pitch at least.
No, you don't have to. Not necessarily. Odegaard just got back from injury. He had games before Odegaard showed up. He played multiple games back to back. So again, you've played multiple games back to back. This guy has just come back from injury. We need to get him to fitness, so he needs more game time. You play in the same position. Somebody's going to have to give for somebody. I think people just like to create a narrative about Arsenal. Oh, now you're not playing Eze. It means it's not good. It's like, no, or maybe you don't trust him. That's not what it is. You have to literally look at the books, look at the minutes that each player is putting in. Before Odegaard came back from injury, Eze had put in a lot of minutes. You want rest in those legs as well. So 4 or 5 games.
I saw an interview yesterday of Arteta. He said Eze played like 22 games so far this season. So he's had a lot of minutes.
Yeah, 22 games already.
There's a strategy, like you said.
You got midweek games. So I'm pretty sure he's going to play that. You got Liverpool next. If there's a game for Eze, that's one of them. Like to be an impact summer for me, anyways.
100%. You got that Emirates.
Yeah,
Emirates, yeah.
And he likes the game against Liverpool as well. For me, from what I see in it, Eze, the way he can dribble and all that, I think, boy.
But I think you should sell Martinelli. I do. Because I reckon you'd get like 40, maybe 45 for him. Something stupid like that.
I think that was the plan in the summer, but I think his market value was really low because he had.
Brendan Johnson is 35 million. How much?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 40, 45 for him comfortably.
Well, not English. He's British, so you got that British tax on there, bro.
Martinelli's a homegrown talent. So from what I think, he is. There's value to that. There's big value to that in the Premier League. People want that.
Let me see.
Newcastle could do with a new like someone that could just do the wings. You know what I mean?
They got Gordon, man.
We've already got a Gordon in that, bruv. Like, we don't need.
I will know that he's getting at some point.
He can go. But
more
importantly, Cass, while going for your because not really talking about it right now, I'm just wondering. Let's say Arsenal do go on to win the title. Would have Gyökeres made a difference if he came or not? As it stands, and will he get better? And will he fit in your team, in your system, and in the Prem? Like, what you man really saying about Gyökeres, bro?
Can I be honest about Gyökeres, bruv? I think he's definitely not what I thought he was. First and foremost, he's made some difference because he's gameplay. He's pushing defenders back, creating space, but that's not what we bought him for. That's the saddest part. Exactly. So, I think if Arsenal, if you're asking me, and I was the owner of Arsenal, I'd get rid of him in the summer, bro, because I don't think he fits
already.
Yeah, man, the guy stinks, bro.
I think that's too early, man. I think he'll be good.
I've never seen a striker this bad in my life, bro.
I said in the summer to you, lot, he looked chunky, man, and he still looks chunky to me, man.
Bro, I don't understand.
If you're talking about age, though, like we had strikers who we bought at 27 and came good at 28 for us as well from Crystal Palace. Again, I'm not comparing. What I'm just saying is we might end up again. I think what has happened this season is we bought a striker who actually needs space to run into, right? That you got to feed he plays ball to feet, but we don't play that way. We're going to have to integrate him into our system. That's number one. Number two is it would have been crazy for Mikel Arteta to change the way Arsenal plays because we now have a Gyökeres. I think that just scoring goals and playing for one person is not a good thing. I think he needs to I know,
but you bought him to be that guy, though.
No, hold on. I think again we play. Yeah. I think that's a rival. That's the
reason why you got one of your goals.
Yeah, the second goal is
because
that's a rival's narrative. You bought him to be your guy like Haaland. No, we didn't buy like Arsenal has never.
That's not rival's narrative, though, bro.
You can't say that's not the narrative. The narrative has always been from Arsenal fans. Put a bagsman up front, we win the league.
Put a bagsman up front. Again, if you watch how Arsenal plays, you know that just putting the bagsman up front is not going to win you the league. And it's not going to
you lot, as Arsenal fans, have been saying it for years.
I'm speaking. Listen, I'm speaking from me. I don't speak.
It doesn't matter what you speak for in here, man. You got to go all the prime.
I'm speaking for me, Wolfie, and I'm not speaking for Twitter.
I can't speak for you on here, bro. That's
wait.
Who do you want me to speak for? I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter.
For every Arsenal fan opinion. That's what Rivals Courts is about, bro. That's how it works.
I want to hear his opinion.
No, Specs, tell him, innit?
We bought him. Listen, we bought him.
There, one second, because it's very cool. Last time I checked on Never a Foul, when somebody, aka content creator, comes on and speaks about Arsenal, they speak for all Arsenal pretty much, as they are the representative.
Thank you.
Okay, then let me speak then. Right? And if you don't like, I'm going to speak. And if you don't like,
good point there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. By the way, all you had to say, there's a cheat code to this. All you had to say,
I'll take it.
I can change my mind. They can change their mind.
Here's my thing. What I'm saying is, we did buy him to be a striker, right? To put the ball in the back of the net. Yes, we needed a striker. But the way, if you look at how Arsenal play, just getting the striker is not going to work that way. The striker has to play the Arsenal way, which is
you think he's going to get dropped?
Again, Wolfie, don't do all of this. Why did you get him?
Don't worry. Just know it now.
I reckon he's going to get dropped. I reckon Jesus is going to.
This is a legitimate question, bro.
No. Listen. You bought him to be. Hold on. You bought him to be another option of a striker that you have. We already have strikers that can drop.
Another option.
Listen. We
had him to be the primary number.
We had it.
Thank you, bro. Some honesty.
But you're right now. Let's put it like this.
These are the same. Listen. You're the same rivals who said, even though you guys bought Gyökeres, if Havertz was fit, Mikel Arteta will start Havertz. That's the same thing.
That's what Arteta said.
No. Listen. But that's my point, though. That means that he's a different type of striker that Arteta wants from Havertz. That's something that's Arteta
a different
didn't
version. Want him, did he? He wanted Tesco.
Yeah, he wanted Tesco, and you can see why, because Tesco's hold up better.
Again, Arteta may not have wanted him.
We get it. You're jealous, bro, that he rejected you.
Arteta may not have wanted him, but this point
yeah, he still rejected you, though. It doesn't matter.
I touched on again. You do this thing where you get baited so easy. No, he's not shit, man. Deo, let Deo.
Listen, Voltemada's got own goals, pal. Yeah, Sesko ain't got that, pal. So I'll give you that one.
Sesko ain't got goals,
and he got an assist for Dorgu as well. So you know what?
Hey, let's get the king,
pal. Let's concentrate.
Yeah, because it sounds mad. Yeah, if your team is 7 points clear as from your pretty much title rival as it stands, yeah, do you really give a shit if your number 9 is not really firing? If you're clear. Clearly something.
I wouldn't care. But he is playing badly, and I feel like
hold on. But two things.
But wait. But Jesus came on the pitch and made no big difference.
No, but I feel like what I'm seeing from Jesus, the cameos, and even when he come on, he won a corner where he dropped the shoulder.
But think about it. That's great and all. But did he make an impact?
Not really, bro.
Exactly.
No, but if you win a corner when you're trying to see out a game, it's. I feel like sometimes coming against Villa and scored a goal.
I hear it, but take a touch here. Sometimes a man just needs to. I think you've said it yourself, Wolfie. You said it within that whole speech, isn't it? The man's been here 6 months. He needs to adapt his weight or whatever, right?
Chunky.
I think last few games his overall gameplay has actually been a lot better than what people have made it out to be, but. My thing is, a man can adapt. If the Portuguese league is so shit, do you not also you all claim and have all said that the Portuguese league is shit? So if a player's coming from the Portuguese league, do you not actually allow him to have that bit of an adaptation period?
No, bro.
That's one. So can I say this, Kaz? Can I say this real quick? Kaz, can I say this?
You can't put two. You can't have one and not have the other.
I think his biggest problem is the fact that in the air he's not good. If he was good in the air, he'd have another 4 goals.
Here's the thing. Listen, we're 7 points clear. We're 7 points clear, and everybody wants to talk about Gyökeres not scoring. So when Gyökeres starts to score, how many points clear do you think will be there? My point is, now it's an if. Or maybe. This is what you guys do as rivals.
Yeah, it is.
Always been an if, maybe.
The truth is, as bad as we are, that you're claiming Gyökeres is, we're still 7 points clear of our closest rival. We're 7 points clear of the person who's chasing us. If they win tomorrow, it's whatever.
So it's a waste of money then. Is it a waste of money then?
No. How can it be a waste of money when he's not clear?
Would you miss him right now?
How is he a waste of money?
Would you miss him? Would you miss him if it's out?
He would, because he's contributed 5 goals this season already. That probably would not be part. Do you think that the goals he scored?
How many of those goals were winning goals?
Pen merchant.
Everton.
That was a pen.
Is that not a winning goal?
Pen or not? What if he missed the pen?
Got the 3 points.
Talking about here? You guys, you keep switching this thing up.
Okay. Can I just say something on this?
Again, listen.
If you don't watch him, just say it, bro.
Call him a pen match, call him whatever. He might be bad, but he's contributed 3 points, winning goals to us this season. Take away the 3 points from Everton.
That is shameless.
The whole squad
that is shameless.
18 million a point, man.
Why wouldn't you miss him when he's contributed? Look,
firstly, it's not 3 points, it's 2 points because it would have been 0-0 if he didn't score. And anyone can score a penalty. Anyone can score a penalty.
Hold
on. Yeah. This is you can't ask Dale a question. You can't ask Dale a question while he's speaking and then think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to overspeak while he's trying to land something. That's just a bit
dumb, all do it, bro.
I hear, but that
these days, man, they ain't got the
asked me if I'm going to miss a player, and I said, no, I'm not. I will miss him if he's not there. You know why? Because look at my team this season. Nobody is scoring double digits yet. None of my strikers. He literally is my highest goal scorer right now. And you're asking me if I'm going to, of course. If I look at the numbers of my squad right now, you want me to then turn around and be like, oh, Gyökeres is so shit that even if he was on the team, I wouldn't miss him. Of course I would. He's my highest goal scorer right now. What are we doing here? This is the as bad as he is. So my point is, you can't say everybody, Arsenal is not good enough to win the league. The highest goal scorer is Gyökeres. He's shit right now, but he is the highest goal scorer. Oh yeah, but if he leaves, are you going to miss him? Of course you would. That's just common sense.
No, but you got a lot of, but you got other goal scorers, which my opinion,
who are scoring 4 goals, 5 goals,
are contributing. That's a big factor.
I know, but that's my point. Everybody in my squad is scoring 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1. We don't have if there was somebody who was scoring 11, 12, and you tell me Gyökeres gets out of the team, I won't miss Gyökeres because I know this person can pick up that slack. Yeah. Right now, the goals are shared so much that you will miss any player that is not in that squad. Sadly, that's just the way the team is set up.
Can we talk about one of your cheat codes? Who's
that, Zubimendi?
No. Gabriel. See. I make the claims. I made it from earlier. Gabriel is now has been a better defender than Van Dijk. Yeah, like for me, innit? Like Van Dijk is earned his flowers. He's 34 years.
This guy's got like 10 goals this season.
This guy's 34 years of age. Look, don't get me wrong. What Van Dijk was doing at 28, 27, goal scoring just like Gabriel, defending just like Gabriel. I think obviously he had a little bit more in his locker in terms of passing and stuff. Yeah, but in terms of just today's football, I would even go as long as last year as well. Gabriel out of Arsenal's team compared to Gabriel in Arsenal's team. Yeah, he gave away what's it called, a stinker, don't get me wrong, but then he makes up for it. Like, what are you doing in their box for the first place? Like, Van Dijk's an uncle now, but Monts doesn't want to give up this Van Dijk's the best in the world type thing, so I have to keep mentioning it every time there's a little something. Today, Bournemouth put in I don't know how many corners, and Gabriel dealt with pretty much 90% of them. For me, I'm just an admirer of a defender that defends first, innit? Like a hardcore defender. I appreciate like them. You got one of them, Wolfie, in not Murillo, in Milenkovic. My sort of defender. Do you know what I mean? Underrated as well. I don't know what he's going to leave your team soon, so that's all good.
He's been shit the last few games.
Similar age as well. But yeah, Gabriel is for me is just a cheat code, bro.
You know why? Because he does it simply, man. He does the simple things. It's exactly what you said. It's old school. Clear the ball, get rid of the danger, reset your position.
Then why are you here? You're here to. No, I don't mind. He's here. No, don't time him out, man. He's here to suck some dick, so it's all right, man.
Cash shut up. He's Said and goal.
You know what he said. You know what he said right now about Gabriel being a cheat code. You know that Arsenal has a 60% win rate with Gabriel in the team and a 40% win rate when he's not in the team. That's a whole 20% drop off, literally. Like we would win 60% of the time with him on the squad, and when he's not there, just take it that 20% is out the window, like literally, and that's how important he is. So he's made himself become that important. I mean, remember when we first got him, we said he had the bozo gene. Everybody, Gabriel, this guy is too this, he's too that. But again, he did. But again,
and his temperament,
and this is what I like about seeing a player grow. Because like season after season, we've seen him get better and better and better. And now we're talking about him being one of the best center backs in the Premier League, right?
How old is he now?
He's 27, 28.
I think the best thing that happened to him was when the partnership with Saliba.
With Saliba, yeah.
Because a lot of the great centre backs are great in partnership. So,
yeah. But the good thing is we've seen the growth, and which is why I'm happy to say
has Saliba been as good as Saliba was?
Saliba has just been Saliba. He does it so effortlessly.
No, I hear what Wolfie said. No.
That we just don't see how. Like,
I think his levels have dropped a bit.
Dude, did you
I
see?
He's been made a few more mistakes, but I think Gabriel's level's just gone so high.
Yeah, it's kind of covered it up.
It's because they balance each other out. So Gabriel is the more aggressive one, and you guys see all of that. But you don't see the runs that Saliba makes when Saliba takes the ball off a player's toe right in front of Raya. Like nobody's this just happened in the last game. That was a goal. That ball was going in. Forget whether anything was literally Saliba ran past him. And the thing is, Saliba, his positioning is good. So you don't see he's already close marking you by the time you receive the ball. Like today,
it makes it look very, very effortless.
He makes it look easy. That's the problem. But we see Gabriel's aggression, and that's why everybody's like, "Oh, Gabriel is here." And then, of course, Gabriel scores more from set pieces in the with his head. So that also makes Gabriel stand out. But Saliba is just doing Saliba things, man. He's been given a steady 7.5 out of 10 every game. Saliba, literally every game. And so we're just used to seeing it.
I actually think Rice was better in the second half, to be honest.
Like, you can't point out one mistake that Saliba has made this season and be like, oh, this was Saliba's error. But I can tell you, Gabriel gave a pass away today, even though he's a better defender.
Yeah, I'm not saying Saliba's crap. I'm saying Saliba of 18 months ago was just on levels.
Hold on, what I'm saying is he's maintained that same level. There's nothing to like for him to do again. Like what are you expecting him to do? He doesn't get dribbled past. He's good with his passes now. He's calm on the ball. He's making runs today with the ball. You saw him making runs from defense all the way offensively, into the Bournemouth half. Like, what else are we asking him to do? It's like, I think maybe we were excited when we saw what he did 18 months ago, and we've gotten used to it because he's not really putting a foot wrong. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a defender.
100%. I think he's as good as he's ever been. It's just like you said, you're getting used to the levels of excellence week in, week out. And because it looks effortless and it's not blood and guts and it's not hard challenges, you just probably don't notice it. That's probably
okay. But if I said this to you, if I said 18 months ago, if I asked you who was better out of the two, who would you have said?
I still think Saliba's a better defender overall. I just think Gabriel is a leader. He's a bigger character.
Yeah, he's a bigger character.
I disagree.
I would have said 18 months ago Saliba was better. Now I'd say Gabriel's better.
No, I think
Gabriel's actually been better than him though since
I think since the first season and that mad Arsenal season that no one expected, Saliba was that guy. After that, Gabriel takes the reins.
No, but I thought Gabriel was better even that season. I think Gabriel.
Either way, they can
because you realize that when Saliba is not there, Saliba is not there, we see a lot of some of the flaws from Gabriel, and when Gabriel is not there, we see flaws from Saliba. I think they balance it out.
That's quite normal with a lot of partnerships over the years, though. Do you know what I mean? I've seen Vidic without Rio, and I've seen Rio without Vidic. Same thing. It's just, and then this is in their prime. We're talking like young Johnny Evans partnering them or whatever. Or I see Wes Brown slotting in. I've seen all of that. It's not the same.
I think it's been a lot less apparent this season because when Saliba was out, Mosquera come in and Mosquera was flawless there for a
little second, didn't it? Do you remember the performance he put against Liverpool?
Yeah, he was mad. I think last was a couple games ago where you had Saliba and Calafiori centre backs. They were immaculate, bro. Calafiori needs to be tried a bit more centre back when Gabriel's not playing, and it should be Hincapié as on the left.
He's trying to
what Calafiori gives us on that left wing, though, bro.
That guy's coach of football.
I know. But as a centre back, you're right. What he did with Saliba, I've got to rate that. But again, I remember
there was a game last season when we played Newcastle and he was centre back, and I was like, "Yo, this guy needs to play there more often." But obviously, you don't want to move Gabriel out the way.
What were you saying about Rice? Because this man, Mr. Consistency.
I like him. He doesn't look like he should be an 8. He doesn't look like he's an 8. But he's an 8.
You can't hate him either. I can't physically. It's a bit like Kante. Do you know what I mean? It's just I just don't look at Rice and say I fucking hate you. Like you're not a dickhead. He's just not a dickhead, isn't it? For me,
when he did score against us last season, he did Karma. That was a bit cringe.
Yeah, I know, but he's still for me. The fact that he's English,
and he's been true to his missus. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Yeah,
respect.
Referees, solid, man. He's unbelievable, bro. He's miles better than this Caicedo.
Remember, we could have picked him up for 50 million and
finally coming.
Ollie wanted
him. Yeah.
Rice, he's.
I don't think he would have done well at us for us though.
Who's that?
I think his deliveries are ridiculous. Like, if you look at the corners today, and this tells you why as well, Saka's levels above Madueke. Madueke's corners were crap. The in-swingers from the right side. So,
I think
right.
How much of a skill that is,
Is it, bro? It's a pure skill. This is why I've never bantered Arsenal about
people don't give it enough kudos. Like there's a reason why those guys practice that thing, man.
I honestly think if someone held, one of those hula hoops up in a certain position in the goal area, I think 8 out of 10 of Declan Rice crosses would go through a hula hoop, man.
People
that accurate.
Yeah. People don't forget Declan Rice, like old videos like F2 and stuff, like his sort of techniques that he was doing consistently. And there's a whole video when they were together when he kept hitting the same ball consistently in terms of volleys and stuff. Like that, you got to think of how crap crossing is these days. I see fullbacks. True Trefay, that guy is a throwback to what a quality left back could do with a
straight out from the corner
with a good cross. Like, and the fact is, Arsenal got some of the best crosses of the ball in their squad, right? And you look around the league and it's piss poor. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Lewis Hall's another one that's got a really good delivery on him, but Livramento. But a lot of the sides don't have that. I think football's lost its way with people that know how to put a good delivery in. Like, there's nothing wrong with putting a good delivery in. I saw on the left-hand side and left mid, Declan Rice putting a ball in, and I saw Martinelli try to put 2 crosses in. That's the biggest difference. It literally whizzed right round, and I think Gyökeres missed it, and somebody else missed it in the second half. But and I think it was Madueke at that time, to be fair, or is it the first? It might have been the first half even, but I think he's undeniable, bro.
Well,
and I got him and Anderson for the World Cup. Are you mad?
He needs to pick the right one.
I don't think they would.
I wouldn't be hyping Anderson right now. Anderson's...
Yeah, but I'm not hyping him right now because of the shit that he's playing with called Nottingham Forest.
So the manager is playing for you,
and that too.
Yeah, but I don't think that would suit. I think you're more suited to playing a Walton and a Rice or.
No way. Man. Anderson and Rice is so balanced.
How's that balanced when none of them?
I tend to agree.
What do you mean? Why is it not balanced?
Balanced.
None of them can deep line play make.
Yeah, because Walton's a better passer of the ball.
Walton's by far the better passer of the ball when he can play those quick two times.
I agree.
You put Anderson in the 6, and then
No, Walton's a better 6 than Anderson for me. But the thing is,
a better player than Anderson.
Yeah, but under Tuchel right now, Anderson and Rice is the favorite partnership. Let's not get too gassed off because Indy said it, because he said that you're interested in him, my brother. Let's not get too gassed. So that's another. I don't know. I've got reservations. I think Anderson's just more of an 8 in it, but I think Anderson is definitely like the ball winner, all action type midfielder. Kind of like those players, man. I think he's so cold. He's going City in it. It's so bait.
Hopefully for 100 mil.
You might actually. How about this, Wolfie? Talk about your relegation scrap, man. Wolves getting, but I can't believe Wolves got their first win.
They slapped them, bro. They've been cooking a result. That's why they got one against us, and I expect it.
That Wolves game was ridiculous.
They've been cooking results.
I was trying to Lawless, man. I was like, bro, do you realize you doubled Wolves' points in 90 minutes?
He's depressed, man.
You know when you 33% of contribution to the thing.
Yeah, you had that diluted down, man. Your stakes are down. Lawless now holds 50% of Wolves' points.
Because don't you think that, like, if you look at the way Wolves have been playing all season, they haven't been like shit like crap.
Agreed. I've said this, the worst team in the league.
And again, right, you know the funny thing is, like, because they've not been
for real. Spurs are the worst team in the league.
I have to agree with you on that one. I can't lie. I do have to agree. I am starting.
Wolves were hard to play against, man. I mean,
but that's my point. Remember the City game? The City game. The first 30 minutes they were all over them.
But that's my point. You were 1-1 at halftime with them, weren't you?
I can't hear everyone.
We were actually getting popped, to be fair.
I think that game they lost tonight.
Yeah, and who is that Mane guy up front? He was a beast.
That goal was sick, by the way.
He's a kid. He's an 18-year-old kid, bro.
He is not 18, man.
He's involved in everything.
He's older than Daps, man. He's huge.
He's a kid, man. He came from Rochdale.
That turn and then banged it through the legs.
They were due a win, though, because the way they've not been playing like crap.
He's the Portuguese international.
That's a strange.
He came here when he was 9 years old, isn't it?
Boy, he's English as well then.
Yeah, so he's that man then. Get me? He came in, he was 9 years old, played for Rochdale and then Wolverhampton.
But who's he play? He's not playing for no one under anything yet. So
not that I know.
No, he does. He played. Oh no, he chose England. Oh, love. Yeah, he's in England under 18s.
No, but Taylor's got a point though. What Taylor was saying about Wolverhampton, he's right though.
Do you see he's huge? The guy's 5'9".
Is he?
Yeah, he's 5'9".
He looks like a beast on the pitch, man. Is he really 5'9"?
Bro, he was on it.
He's so rapid, didn't he?
He was on everything. Win the ball back from on the goal.
He just looked powerful, man. He just looked proper powerful.
Well, like John McGinn today looked powerful against whatever your goalkeeper thought he was doing.
Man.
Oh my God,
faking an injury in disguise, man. Have you ever seen
John Victor? Wolfie. Like, you know what? If I'm going to use the same line as what you keep using against me. If these teams below you weren't as shit, you'd be gone.
I agree. Do
you remember that line?
The Premier League's so shit, man. How far?
No. The Premier League.
Don't blame the Prem, man.
No, don't blame the Prem because you're all crap.
I have to blame the Prem because West Ham aren't even a newly promoted club. You gotta blame the Prem.
Yeah, look at he's crying.
Did you see him crying? Did you see him crying? And then apparently he's fine. He's not injured.
No, he's not. We know he's not injured. He got up. I saw him get up after he went for the slide in the third goal. What happened to that? I mean, you know what? To be fair, it was at Villa Park, yeah, and you did actually gain a lot more control back until Sancho and Digne come back on. Yeah, I thought so. I thought you gained a little bit of momentum, and then he changed it up a little bit, and then he just, he said, you know what? Let's continue where we left off. I ain't letting John McGinn get a brace against you.
I think it's the only goals he scored is against Forest.
I think so too.
Yeah, like last season as well, the season before.
Oh, that says a lot.
I don't care, man. That wasn't my game today. I was just more interested, exactly for the reasons you said. I just had to make sure that Wolves hooked me up today.
Wolfie,
they did.
Are you still winning the Europa?
Probably. I'm probably gonna do it Spurs here, 17th in Europa.
Right, we're gonna talk about this to the bottom of the league on. Yeah, we'll talk about this afterwards. I need to talk about this Chelsea thing afterwards. What? Yeah. This Rosina guy. Anyways,
don't mock it, you know.
It's who it's to. So and there's other. He plays. Oh, by the way, he plays the Amrim system. It's gonna be hilarious.
Does he?
Basically, yeah. It's gonna be funny.
Don't mock him, man.
What's that? Reece James back at wing back. That's the that's
definitely putting that centre back. He couldn't put that wing back.
I'm sorry, man, but we're gonna.
Can we just cook Daesh, please? Can someone else other than me cook Daesh? Because
I don't really care.
Daesh sexuals in my fan base.
It's you who cares about Daesh. We don't care.
What's the issue with him?
We care about you.
What's my issue with him, bro? Yeah. He picks his nose the whole match. He's always sweating in press conferences.
Football wise,
and I hate his voice. Have you ever tried to do a Sean Dyche? Have you ever tried to do a Sean Dyche impression for 1 minute?
Yeah,
Sean Dyche.
For one whole minute.
I don't know.
And then
football wise, what's up to do with football? What's the issue with him football wise?
Yeah.
Because my issue with football is he has no sense of what football is. Could you imagine, Specs? Just imagine this, right? You're Specs. You used to manage Everton. Your centre backs were Tarkowski, O'Brien, Keane.
Yeah.
Would you be stupid enough to attempt 52 crosses into the box with those man in defence?
But that's how he plays, though, isn't it?
52.
What I'm saying,
blame your board for hiring them.
You won some big games. Some games to see. Like, I know it's a bit. Look, you're lucky West Ham are so bad and Burnley and Wolverhampton, bro. Because trust me, bro, it could be a bit different. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that's the guy going forward for the future necessarily.
Yeah, but 52 crosses, one might eventually go in. You gotta keep
it up for now, bro.
No, if we're being truthful, he's not keeping them up. The fact that the rest of the other lot are so crap, it makes them.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with Daesh. It's got nothing to do with Daesh, man.
When you've got a team of that Igor Jesus, you had Douglas Luiz, former Villa player, and Anderson, wicked, meant to be the best centre mid in flipping league type shit. You can't even control a game.
Murillo at the back.
Murillo, like these man. I mean, Ola Aina's gone. I think he's still injured or whatever.
He's back today. He was crap.
Well, you had some big results, bro. Let's not get it twisted. You had some big results, bro.
Yeah, why? Ask yourself why, Spec. Why? He's only had big results against the Cartel 6 teams. Why? Because
don't tell me you're
using that
nickname. What's the Cartel 6?
Specs knows what I'm talking about. Specs knows what I'm talking about.
He always deal with Tim clubs and all their teaming up and stuff like
Specs, man. Like Specs don't even know if he likes his own manager either.
Two Tim Pot clubs linking up with each other. I get it.
Specs, I'll tell you what. Dyche is British, man. EDL and all that. You can have him if you want.
Brother, no, bro. I rate, bro. You know me. I'll start getting all righteous, bro. You know me, bro. I'm in the British and the English culture, bro. Dyche and them, man. We got to keep them, man, in there, bro.
There's nothing wrong. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Wait. Would you take Eddie Howe?
Bro, I'd take Gareth Southgate.
With that team, would take Eddie Howe. Of course, you would take.
I don't think Southgate's as bad as people make out.
I dream of Southgate.
He is that bad. He ain't got no attacking. He ain't got no attacking pattern. Let's put it like
he got England to 2 finals, by the way, which we were getting like.
By the way, Gareth Southgate.
Before that.
So wait, hold on. See, this is where, as United, you embarrass me, bro. You can't go and scream in group chats on lives about standards, and then you talk, and then you start.
England should have no standards, bro. They've got 1 World Cup. They're not Man United. We've won two Club World Cups.
Don't say we. You must be Irish or something, or you must be Scottish or Welsh. You're not English, bro. Like, allow it about standards.
I don't support England.
Any other competent manager wins England both the Euros twice and that World Cup. Well, actually, maybe not the World Cup, but maybe get somewhere. But I'm just saying it's especially, bro.
So do you think England will win the next World Cup? Just off topic, do you think England will win the next World Cup?
You can't talk about standards when
England can't have standards, bro. They've won 1 World Cup.
Standards with everyone whilst you're glorifying a lost final, and then Britain. That's how you bring up a manager. Get out of here, man.
England can't have standards, bro. They've won 1 World Cup. They're not Man United.
What do you mean? I don't care. So what?
Wait, how many teams?
They have no right to demand they should win. They were getting knocked out by Iceland, so we turn up.
Wait, how many teams do you think have won a World Cup? How many teams have won a World Cup?
Countries.
About 10, something like that. Uruguay.
How many countries are there in the world?
244, no?
No, over 250.
Yeah.
So England are in this elite group of like about 10 teams that have won a World Cup. You're saying they can't have standards?
That's great, bro. They won it in the 60s as well, by the way. So that was what, and that was because of, Bobby Charlton and that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Did they win it?
Bobby Moore.
Yeah, they won in the 60s. Yeah, Bobby Charlton as well.
Yeah,
so they won it.
Yeah, okay. Cool. What did they get knocked out by Iceland in 2016, and then Gareth Southgate turned up, got into a semi-final?
Actually, correction. Only 8
to improve them.
Only 8 teams have won the World Cup.
My first ever memory of England is getting banged 5-1 by Germany.
By the way, it's not 10 teams. There's only 8 teams in the world.
There you go. Even less, man.
8 teams. Are you sure about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brazil,
how
Germany, Italy, Argentina, France, Uruguay, England, and Spain.
There you go. Anyway, moving on.
Those are the 8 countries that have won the World
Cup. Let's talk about standards because, before CB changed his minds again, because that's all he does throughout.
We got Chelsea back.
Complaining about standards, and he wants to be about the brown end. Like, I don't know, CB tends to change his mind quite a lot, I find. Let's.
No, so I was watching the game. I just made a massive.
Let's put it like this. Chelsea might be finished,
No,
I don't know yet, but they might. The fact, what it was for me, is not the fact of the management whatsoever. I don't know enough about this Rosinho, whatever his name is, Matisse.
He needs to manage Derby, bro.
But right now, with the whole Blueco kind of situation, the quote I saw, said they're not changing their model, the trade-off kind of thing for me. Is where I look at that thinking, oh my God, these lot might be actually the glorified Brighton for real. Like this is bad.
They are turning fully into Brighton now, aren't they?
Yeah, it is.
It's a bit like that Stranger Things.
They're turning into the
wormhole and the 2 worlds that are merging and stuff. That's Chelsea and Brighton.
That's to hear that is
they laughed at Arsenal for.
But the difference, like their model is so, like, if you look at it, it's a business. The model is a business because first and foremost, you can't start by
how does he just appear in any chat anytime someone talks about Chelsea?
Every time you mention Chelsea, and
honestly, man, he's got like trigger words or something.
What? Yeah, because he's a big support in the backgrounds, bro, all the time.
Do you know what I'm saying?
If I made a new channel and said the word Chelsea, he would be in the live chat.
World champions.
You can't start your payment structure by saying we have a salary cap, and then you have to prove yourself to get bonuses. And that's what Chelsea is doing. They have a 150, and when you do that, you've already eliminated some of the better players who would love to come play for your club. Because first, I'm not going to come. Do you think that if there's like let's just say Barcola or any one of these top guys that are also like that we rate would say, oh, I'll take 150 and improve myself. No, but you've eliminated the chance of getting those players. So now you have to get the A-, B+ players who are talented enough, and you need to then grow them. And then you then sign them onto 9-year contracts, 8-year. Caicedo's contract ends in 2031. So what you're saying is it's crazy because you just basically want to get them to a level and sell them.
But what you need to understand, have you not seen the statement they put out when they sacked him?
Go on.
This tells you, I've got the statement here. This is the statement. Tell me how serious Chelsea are, right? They say, with key objectives still to play for across 4 competitions, including qualification for Champions League football. That tells you their standards, man. These owners, all they want is top 5 because they want the Champions League money. That's it. Imagine putting down a statement. And let's not forget, Maresca was told last season that he has to qualify for Champions League in 2 years. That's their standards. Champions of the world and all this bollocks, right?
You know what I don't understand, what I'm trying to get my head around, is I can understand United's position because we've overpaid for way too long, and so did Chelsea. So I thought, cool, you need to get your shit down, make sure people understand that to earn that kind of thing, you got to earn it, blah, blah. Their actual model of giving out wages is like, no, we don't give a shit if you're the bollocks. You're capped at this amount. No matter what. You are capped at that 150 mark, knowing that players, there's no such thing as loyalty in football anymore, right? Unless you're probably from the club and you're from the academy and you just want to, do you know what I mean? It's a bit different. But right now, I just don't. Money talks, isn't it? Even with bonuses and the rest of it, and it's not even a fact of the cap. It's the age they're looking at. Do you know what I mean? That whole Semenyo thing, the whole Semenyo thing was PR, bro. Like that was never true. That was just there to get out to say, oh yeah, look, we're looking at this guy that's at a certain age and whatnot. It was definitely PR. When have you ever known Chelsea to not move for a player early doors if they don't have him in plans or anything? They usually get what they want.
Well, apparently they bidded for a Brayman.
And you know the funny thing, I also read something about their medical team, right? Apparently the medical team is independent of the training team of the coach, right?
That's because
the medical team has autonomy. Like the medical team has autonomy to dictate who plays, how many minutes, and when they play, and how they should.
They pick the team.
Bro, I know that because their owners were telling Graham Potter not to play Mount. I remember it was they were owners were telling him not to play Mount because he Mount had the contract situation. That's when I knew they weren't serious because
they also debriefed the manager.
That's kind of worked for. I think that's probably gone overboard. I think that's probably for selected individuals like Reece James and Fofana who've been managing. I think they've managed their injuries quite well.
With Mount, it was because
but the medical team is
right here. Read what they said. Chelsea's medical structure, independent authority. The medical team makes final decisions on players.
That's crazy.
Final decision on player availability and minute restrictions, a policy emphasized by the club leadership. Literally.
Oh my God.
This is what I'm saying, bro. It's not a normal team, bro. They pick the team, bro.
I can't lie. I'm too dumb to know what this means.
But wait, Cats. I've
got a question quickly. And this is for the comments because I need help with this. Why has that only kind of all come to surface now? Why not before?
I don't know.
Because
they've been sucking off their club for 2 years and lying.
It's coming out now, bro.
The narrative of all
it's coming out now, bro, because Maresca, obviously he's left now, yeah, and behind the scenes, everything that conjuring up, because that's what when he spoke about the worst 48 hours of my life, bro, it was more aimed at that whole medical bullshit. That's what it was alluding to, bro. And he's like I mentioned beforehand, he's had
why
enough.
Is that they didn't clear him?
That's something a bit. Come on, bro. If you're why do you think they're not? Hold on. Why do you think they're not going for those so-called big name coaches, bro? You think man like Ancelotti and all these men are going to be like?
Well, I remember Enrique said no.
You know what I'm saying, huh?
I remember Enrique said no. I mean,
I want to hear your opinion on their financial situation.
Go on. In what sense?
In the sense of how they spent all this money and get away with it by selling hotels, bro.
No, they're selling
that shouldn't be allowed either.
Hold on, we've had that conversation many times. Chelsea have sold players though.
They've sold.
You know, if you realize this, right, in 2024, Chelsea overhauled
their fans back that, by the way, Wolfie.
One at a time.
They celebrate it. They don't just back it. They celebrate
it. You see this medical thing we're talking about. It was for a positive reason. In 2024, they overhauled their medical squad and made it independent of, like, they could make independent decisions based on their analysis and their assessments of players, right? So that players can actually be more healthy. Like, you know, instead of saying, oh, because Cole Palmer is available, but he's played 1,100 minutes, he needs to rest for 60 minutes. They can make that call. Instead of the manager being, oh, let him play another 60 minutes. I need him on the pitch so I can win this game.
No, so the question, has that changed how much the injury record in that
it's reduced it's reduced their injuries from 2024 till now.
But it's reducing their points.
It's reducing their injuries, but it's also reducing their points. So there's got to be a fine balance where they could have literally worked with the manager to say, listen, I get it. There's some key players you need in the squad that you regardless. They are the top players. You want Cole Palmer fit all the time. You want Reece James fit all the time. You want him on the pitch all the time. What? There's certain players like Reece James, Cole Palmer. These are players that you want, right?
How do you need as much as Man United?
No. But what debt is this though? Because it's just transfer debt.
It's not really.
You can't have that much. You can't have that much transfer debt. You're only allowed up to like 300 odd million.
Oh,
so.
then
they're locked in for 10 years there.
They're not allowed to.
No, there's definitely a loophole though. They're loophole merchants, man.
They'll just find another hotel.
It's probably a dead venture capital thing that they did.
They just changed the name of the club.
And let's not forget they're self-confessed criminals as well. Let's not forget that one.
And they haven't been banned, by the way. We should get our league title with 09-010.
See, the thing is, I don't know how they're going to get out of that.
4 in a row, pal.
The way I kind of look at things, the way I kind of look at things, they bought 2 players, maybe 3, but 2 of them on the wing that. Bro, how do you downgrade from Madueke to Garnacho for one? That's a downgrade for me. And also, who and Gittins? Who else did they sell as well? Like you probably even argue that Mudrik's better than Gittins, bro.
Well, you probably argue they're missing Jackson.
Jackson, that's another one. The lap is not better than Jackson. The lap is not better than Jackson.
He's not.
They've actually done Jadon Sancho is a better, and I'm not his biggest fan yet, but even a crap ass looking the Jadon Sancho I saw at Chelsea was not all that yet. He's much better than Gittins.
Yeah, but this is not on the manager though. You can clearly see that the way Chelsea operates, the ownership, the sporting directors, it's about business. They buy these players hoping that these players are going to become good and they can sell them, and then they just get a manager and say, this is who you need to play with. Then they put an independent medical team to tell the manager. Do you realize that there's articles talking about them in game, telling the manager in game?
That's what I'm saying to you, bro. Yeah, and remember, Maresca went against that a couple of times, and that's what caused more of the friction. And Garnacho, when they signed Garnacho, he didn't even speak to Garnacho, bro.
Yo, Specs, did he get lashed? Did he get lashes, man?
They've got to find for the good of football. They've got to find a balance. Chelsea ownership needs to find a balance.
They're finished, bro.
I don't think they're finished. I think that they just need to find a good balance between them, because they have a model that I think eventually, just with a few tweaks, will work. The medical team should not be telling the manager who should play a game in game. If they're available and they're fit, let the manager make that choice of who he wants.
Ask yourself why that is, though, because I feel like Chelsea are looking at these players more as commodities.
As an asset.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at them as an asset.
If you want to protect your commodity from burnout, from big long-term injuries, then that's what you do. And I think Chelsea.
Yeah, but you've got what again? But what about this? What about this, right? I'm saying in certain games. So, for example, if there's a must-win game and your commodity still needs rest, but you know he can give you 60 minutes in that game, let him give you 60 minutes so you can win the game. Don't tie the hands of the manager and expect him to win the game with the subs that you gave him that are not good enough, and then you're telling him when to play that sub. You're like, Esteban cannot come in until the 75th minute because Esteban has played in this tournament and he must rest his leg. Like, what are we doing here? They're literally tying this guy's hands and then expecting him to come out with. It's ridiculous.
And told to you that
this Liam Rosenior likes to play the 3-4-2-1 just like Amorim.
I think he's surprising. I think he's calm.
But the thing is,
Chelsea left 10.
No, but oh my goodness, this is the thing with me. I think on an 11, it doesn't sound that bad on paper. Like Chalobah better probably in the back 3. Fofana 1,000,000%. Cucurella left wing back. They could play Cucurella there if they wanted to.
Augusto right wing back.
Yeah, or Gusto could play right centre back even. But the thing is, not tossing. He's crap. But the other one is like Reece James going back to wing back, or Mark Cucurella going at left wing back. Esteban, Cole Palmer in the 10s behind the lap. It don't sound great. The thing is with this formation, I find it's pretty much a little bit too predictable. I find, anyways, isn't it? But Chelsea do have the 11 for it. But it's what comes off the pitch that goes into them positions, isn't it? Like, let's say that could come on Garnacho, Gittins. I don't want to hear that shit. Do you know what I mean? Who else have they got off the bench that could go in there? Gusto right wing back's not it. If it was ever the case. What else they got? I mean, Hato could play left centre back.
Enzo, Caicedo pivot, and then you'll put Palmer in the.
See, that's awful. See, again, that's just awful. I mean, they got Santos. I mean, the sentiment is not that bad, but bro, see three at the back. I think Amram's scarred me for life a little bit with this three at the back bullshit, innit? Just saying.
I think you'll find that Garnacho plays a little bit more than we think he should, because he's their fixer-upper project. They're gonna try and sell him on for more, man. That's what Chelsea are now.
That's Lavia. Lavia is not playing there. I mean, Neto at wing back, I can hear it. I got time for that guy, but
Neto will be a sick wing back. He'd be a cool
Chelsea, I don't know, man. Do they really want to go back to the back 3 days? I don't know. That's what last one in the league, but it's nearly 10 years ago.
Won the Champions League as well.
I don't think they want to win. They just want to make profit.
I just don't know when it comes.
Their objective isn't to win the Champions League, though, or the Premier League.
Because again, but it's crazy. Whatever formation this guy comes to play, my thing is there's still an underlying issue of there's a whole department, independent, that will tell him who to play, when to play, and how to play these players.
And he'll be okay with that.
That is ridiculous.
He'll be okay with that. Yes, man.
I know. But my point is that that's a ridiculous. Yeah. Like, as a manager, why would I want to be in that? Like,
he's getting paid.
I get it. You can have the final say because of their health and all that. I get it. But then we should be able to come to a meeting of minds where it's like, in this particular one game, we need to win this game to get 3 points to keep us abreast, and then you can rest him for 2 more games. But you just don't make the final decision and not give me a chance.
Teo, just to cut you, bro. When Maresca came in, my opinion, believe he knew that already. I just think he got fed up of it. He knew all this, bro.
Oh no! They overhauled agent now. No. Here's what they did. They overhauled the medical team right after he came in. They got him in first, then they overhauled the medical team and then put that law down. So he was in. Yeah, so he was in as the manager. He signed his contract, and I think it was the following month that they overhauled their team, and then put down the thing of, it's an independent medical team now. It's not like part of your. They're not. They don't answer to you. Like that is.
Do you not think? Yeah. Do you not think that it's also maybe potentially that Man City have obviously, we know they spoke to Man City, so maybe he's just kicked up a fuss so he can just, because he knows he's going to get a better job.
I also heard that part of his contract was that he must tell the ownership if anybody else approaches him.
Then, but he never.
I think that's part of it. So maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I haven't, But the thing
he spoke to City.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, but there's a few managers that City have spoken to, innit? Like, he's already come out, like he's down on the list, like he's
denied that first Cash in public.
Yeah.
But
maybe they spoke to his agents and not him. If you ask me, I didn't speak to me. He spoke to my agent.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah, if there's a spot that's come up for someone who's very eager to get back into football and whatever, if Pep's staying till let's say next year, somebody. I don't know if he's waiting.
No, but he might be leaving this summer because that's what Onsi said next summer.
He ain't leaving.
He was supposed to leave years ago, Pep.
Yeah, no, Pep season. There's always made up stuff about Pep leaving and all this kind of shit.
I had Juve Maresca as well.
Biggest club in the world needs your pal.
I had Juve was scouting Maresca.
I'm taking Maresca all day.
Imagine Luke Shaw in the inverted role. Hold
on. Luke Shaw. He needs to fucking go. He needs to fucking go.
No. I know. But for now. You know what I'm saying? For now.
Luke Shaw, bro.
What do you mean? I'd rather play Malacia in the inverted than I see Shaw in that bullshit.
No, that's too much. Luke Shaw's been our best player this season.
This is a bit of inside thought, bro. How about this? I'd rather Mazraoui
is not better than Luke Shaw.
Mazraoui's 10 times better than Luke Shaw at everything, bar crossing.
No, I'd agree Mazraoui's better than Luke Shaw.
Yeah, he could do the.
Why wouldn't Maresca join Man United? Why is that?
Obviously, he'd take it. But
we're the biggest club in the world, bro. Xavi's on his knees wanting to join us. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for the Man United.
That was mad when I saw Xavi is not going to Chelsea, but he'd wait for Man United.
Yeah, of course, bro, because we're the biggest club in the world. He knows their club's a circus. He don't respect their club. He respects us.
Yeah, what you mean? This. Why does people call you? It's because you're white, man. I'm convinced it's
I'm telling you exactly. They see 2 United fans that are white. They go, "Oh, it must be Must be brothers or something. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
All white people
This
look
guy
the
is
same.
mini league gunner, man. Not me, bro.
They call it baby cash, bro.
What a goal, by the way. This Danny Olmo just got a screamer.
Yeah. Anyways, people, we're out tomorrow. I suppose there's a lot of games going on, starting from 12:30 on a Sunday. I've never.
Who you playing? Who you playing?
We got Leeds.
No, but I know why they put it on 12:30, innit?
Yeah.
Big game.
Because of
Big game.
the hooligans and that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, easy win for us.